The result of this game was more of a product of a bad Giants offense, particularly the line. There were no holes in the running game, just like all season long. Geno Smith was okay as a quarterback, but there were no weapons at wide receiver. The Giants played with better effort than they have all season long, but the talent just isn't there. The Raiders have been average, while the Giants were bad. Let's not pretend the game is a bigger deal than it is. This offense needs to go through Marshawn Lynch. Lynch broke open the game with a big touchdown run and finished with over 100 yards rushing for the first time this season. Lynch really wasn't too productive outside of the first run, but it kept the defense honest. Early in the season, the running game was abandoned too often. Lynch needs to continue to be the focal point of the offense. Derek Carr might not have his weapons, but he was still very productive. He's slowly starting to play like the MVP candidate of last year. He didn't accomplish much in the first quarter, but he did finish with 287 yards passing against a Giants pass defense that was playing well. More importantly, he averaged 13 yards per attempt and backed the defense up. He's slowly starting to heat up and must continue that trend. Cordarrelle Patterson was a real big weapon for the offense. His plays were mostly near the line of scrimmage, but he would make the play. The big play was a quick screen that got the Raiders to the red zone right after the Giants made the game interesting. I personally think he should be the number 3 receiver. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands and should at least be involved more with the offense. The Raiders' special teams was atrocious this game. Jalen Richard fumbled the ball multiple times, but luckily the team didn't lose the ball. Also, deep inside their own end zone, the Raiders' punt team allowed a blocker through. These plays could have changed the game. The Giants were unable to get anything going, but these plays could have given them signs of life. Normally, the Raiders' special team is good, but special team plays like this one can't happen against good teams. On the defensive side, the Raiders were able to take advantage of the bad Giants' offensive line. Specifically, Mack and Irvin got the pass rush going. They were both constantly pressuring Smith and both had nice strip sacks. Mack's sack in particular was great. The Giants had a chance to take the lead or tie, but Mack had a great strip, sack, and fumble recovery. Nice game-changing play by Khalil Mack. Covering tight ends are still a problem. Evan Ingram was probably the only weapon the Giants had on offense, and he had his way. The Raiders needed to have a game plan to take away Ingram this game. He finished with 7 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown. If there was a better quarterback under center, I think Ingram would have had an even bigger day. Credit to Pagano and the Raiders safeties for not allowing a big, easy play. The Raiders have just been awful at leaving players uncovered deep down the field. The Giants don't have the weapons to go deep, but the Raiders do have the tendency to let anyone through. The big test comes next week though. Tyreek Hill and his big play ability will be there, and the Raiders have to watch him. Somehow, the Raiders are tied with the Chargers and Chiefs for first place. They certainly don't deserve it with how bad this team has been playing this season, including during the 4-game losing streak. Then again, nobody else in the division has played well all season. The Chargers are currently playing the best, but it's still wide open. This division will come down to who can go on a roll to end the season. Let's hope it's the Raiders. Speaking of the AFC West, the Raiders have a huge game next week. They play the reeling Chiefs, who have lost 5 of their last 6. The Raiders have been playing average and need to take advantage of this opportunity. It seemed like there was no way the Raiders could have won the division early in the season. Huge game with huge playoff implications, and the Raiders must capitalize.